Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I wanted to unfortunately repot my Gloriosum. Since my last video, the growth point has actually hit the edge of the pot, so you know it's time to repot it, either upsize to a bigger pot or I'm gonna chop it up and propagate it. So we'll see once I take a look at the roots. But yeah, before we get started with today's video, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss on any of my new videos. And yeah, let's get started. This is the beautiful Gloriosum, which I'm sure you guys have seen. The newest leaf is absolutely amazing. I have these other leaves that are so-so. Well, this one's not bad. This one's pretty nice. So yeah, it's pretty much reached the edge of the pot. Can you guys see? This is the growth tip and it's pretty much just waiting to bust out. So yeah, I'll be repotting this into my usual soil, which is 2 parts cactus soil, potting mix, and 1 part perlite with probably a handful or 2 of orchid bark. So I have 2 types of orchid bark. This one is just the smaller variety. It's fir bark that literally is only bark in this bag. And then I also have orchid mix from Pro Mix, which there's a bit of soil in here, so I'll kind of see how the roots are like and whether or not I need smaller pieces of bark or bigger pieces. So yeah, just gonna, you know, get ready for this because it's gonna be intense. So let's tie up the hair. Okay, so I'm ready. Let's I have my little box here and I usually just use the lid to like dump out the old soil. I also have this stake in here just to kind of help support the last leaf. I mean the oldest leaf, but I mean it's standing fine on its own. It was just kind of touching the edge of my little greenhouse shelf, so it was just helping it out. Ooh, balls. I've yet to see the roots on this guy, so kind of scared. So there's literally roots sticking out of the drainage hole, so that's why it's, you know, not really wanting to budge. Holy cow, oh my god. There's so many roots. Okay. So these are some good looking roots. Sometimes it's hard to tell what is sphagnum moss and what is roots. So I watered this maybe a few days ago and the soil is still a little bit moist. So that usually makes it a little bit easier for the roots to kind of get released from the spag, because there's quite a bit in here. She put quite a lot. I don't usually use that in my mix. I just use it to like propagate and stuff, but I don't have it in my potting mix. I don't know. To each their own, right? Everyone has a different like aeroid mix that they use, and what I use works for me. It might not work for you. You could do whatever you want. Oh, so it's pretty nice. There seems to be roots growing at every node. I mean, obviously the most roots are on the oldest node, which is like this chunk over here. But yeah, I'm still trying to remove most of the soil. Okay, so this is the plant. So it has pretty extensive root system. Looks really good. So I think I actually will be propagating this. So I'm going to be splitting it up, and yeah, that way I don't have to get that big of a pot, you know? Okay, where are my scissors at? So first I'm gonna start by splitting it literally in half. So there's root systems for both parts. Okay, so that's one piece which has so many roots, like it's pretty amazing actually. And this is the new piece. So now I won't have any of the old import leaves, which I mean, I'm pretty happy. That looks really good. And I think, should I put this in a 4-inch pot? I feel like that's not enough space. decisions. I think I'll put this into a 5-inch pot. The internodal spacing between these two pieces are actually really close. So the distance is very, very short. Okay. Okay, so this one has this. So this one's a lot smaller, but that's okay. And then this one has a really big root system. It's actually really, really big. So this one, I think I'll probably just stick it into some moss. So I'll stick it into some spag. This one looks good. So this one is a 4-inch pot. I'll just stick it in and let me grab some moss. Wrap the entire node with the moss. So that's this one. Looks pretty good. So you don't want to pack in the moss too much, just so that there's still airflow, but just enough so that it keeps the node moist and it'll start growing more roots in no time. I think this one can go directly into soil because it has literally so many roots. And it's literally just all root. I think I will still keep it in the small pot just because it's only one leaf. I don't really want to have a large pot. So just a little handful, and then I'm gonna stick this bad boy into the pot and call it a day. So that's the other one. So this one is essentially an established plant, so don't have to worry too much about that. This one, I do want to grow some more roots. That's why it's in the moss. And lastly, we got this one. So I'm going to put it into a 5-inch pot. So I want to make sure with this one, I don't cover the stem too much. So, because it's already crawling, as you can see, whereas the other ones were just like nodes. So this is my new Gloriosum. And that's how it's looking like inside the pot. So the top stem is still pretty much exposed, and yeah, the stake really helps kind of let the roots grow down first so that your plant doesn't topple over. And that way, there's some room for the new leaf to come out. So I will wait a little bit before I water all the Gloriosums just because they're freshly cut, so I didn't really let them callus over. I know some people are really against that, but I'm honestly just lazy and I'd rather have it in soil and then just wait a few hours before I water it. So let's bring all the babies back. Can you see me? Okay, so that pretty much concludes today's video on how I propagate and repot my Gloriosum. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys would have done something differently, let me know. I'm running out of space in my greenhouse, but hopefully these will still thrive in my care, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.